Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. As just mentioned, it will be a brief update on the cycling club. Hopefully you should know, the members should know, but within Majlis Ansarullah there is a Safed Dome subset, and this subset was set up by the third Khalifa in the early to mid 1970s, in the 70s, and Huzur himself was a former Sadr of Ansarullah Pakistan. So Huzur knew the capabilities of the Ansar that were coming from Khudam al-Amdiya into Ansarullah. This Safed Dome subset was created, and it was Huzur's desire, amongst other things, for the younger Ansar to encourage cycling for the Ansar, and this is not limited to the younger Ansar. I'm not on purposely focusing on them, but it was part of the remit of Safed Dome to encourage and enable the participation of cycling within the Ansar, purely and mainly for health reasons. Obviously, we're not getting any younger, and so simple things like walking and cycling particularly is a very good exercise. The brothers who are born and brought up and have spent many years in Pakistan, particularly Rabwa, whenever I went to Rabwa as a child, I always used to see my elders cycling everywhere, to their offices, to the mosques. So cycling is part and parcel of who we are. It's only here in the UK and possibly in the West that we have become accustomed to driving, catching the bus, getting on trains, which is fine for its purpose, but there should be, there should be some time set aside for cycling, for our own health. I just want to take a straw poll, so hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. So can those members in the audience, those members who own a bike, can you please stand up? If you own a bike, just अगर आपके पास साइकिल है, आप खड़े हो जाएं. अपनी साइकिल, आपके बच्चे के नहीं, अपनी. Okay, so 20% maybe in the back rows in the red chairs. Okay, a fair amount. I don't have much time. I'm not going to ask whether you use that bike as a coat hanger and hanging your clothes. But if you have a bike, then there was an intention somewhere. I will share with you this morning, most of you obviously came by car, a lot of you came by buses. Those who came from Bat al-Fatu, approximately 1.5 hour journey by bus. There were members maybe sitting amongst the audience. I'm going to embarrass you if you're sitting in the audience. Those members who cycled here to the Ijtima, if you're sitting in front of me, can you please stand up? Okay, Imran Saab. I think, are the rest too tired? Maybe they're tired, I don't know. All right, anyway, for your information, there was 8 members who cycled from Bath of Masjid Fazl area. They started from Masjid Fazl actually. Cycled here this morning. It took them about 1.5 hours, a 16-mile journey. And these are a mixture of intermediate and good cyclists. And these members are essentially part of the Ansar Cycling Club. This is a club that we've tried to promote and encourage over the year with small successes. This is probably the most successful we've had it, where Ansar have gathered together those who enjoy cycling, and they've decided we will cycle to the National Ijtima. And alhamdulillah, they've done the journey. Most of them will be doing the same journey back. There are plans in place to have these regional cycling clubs set up. So, for example, for the London region, we have places like Richmond Park in South London. So a few regions can gather together. Those of you who are familiar with Richmond Park, has a very nice cycling route. In your own respective regions, I'm sure in places like Manchester, in Birmingham, in Leeds, in Bradford, in Glasgow, you must have cycling tracks. Cycling has been promoted by the UK in general. There are cycling paths all over the place. My aim for this particular talk is to encourage the Ansar members. Like I said at the beginning, we're not getting any younger. Huzur mentioned in his khutbah when he talked about the importance of congregational prayer and our focus on tarbiyat. And for our own sake, we should do our best to go to congregational namaz. Huzur intimated that we're at an age where we don't know if we're here this week and not here the next week. This is the age category we're in. Anything can happen. Allah can take us any time. But if we have this opportunity to look after our health, then please, if you please try to participate. Those members who have their own bikes, let's try and do something. Simple things like there is a big drive across the UK, even from a national level, to go to Salat centres. In most cases, this could just be a mile's journey. Why don't you go by bike? It will take you 5 minutes to go by bike. This is what our forefathers did, those who are in Pakistan, India, wherever they may be, they cycled. And alhamdulillah, my grandfather, he lived up into his early 90s. He was a keen cyclist. I'm sure you'll have similar experiences from your relatives. So I request all those members who are keen, would like to cycle. You don't even have to be a cyclist. You don't have to own a bike at the moment. But if your intention is to better yourself physically, and I'm sure there will be other effects, it will help you mentally as well, please see me at any time after the Ijtima. I will add you to our, not after the Ijtima, during the Ijtima. You see me this afternoon. I will add your details to the contact list, and we will, inshallah, have more and more activities with cycling. There is a chairman, there is a current chairman of the cycling club. Those of you who know Dr. Hamad Khan, very keen cyclist. He looked after the cycling club for Khudam Lamdiya when he was a khadim, and he's now involved in the Ansar side. There are many other very keen members as well. So once again, those of you who have an interest, would like to cycle, please see me. We'll have a chat. I'll take your details and I'll share, inshallah, future cycling events that you can participate in. Jazakumullah.